Hello. Okay, it's super great to be here. And a few years ago, if someone would have told me I would have been here, I wouldn't have believed it because I come from a super waterfall background. I have more experience working in waterfall. In those days, Agile to me was a marketing tactic where people were trying to fool me and stuff. Then I came over to the other side. Now I use Agile in everything. Agile parenting. So I have a 2.5-year-old son. We do daily stand-ups in the evening. So I talked to him, like, today I missed my train. There was a big problem in the train delays, and I went late to work. And he goes, that little kid bit me in my arm. I went to the library. And his blockers are usually, I don't want to go to nursery tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, you get the point. So I'm a super Agile enthusiast now. Coming from waterfall to this is a big transition for me. So I'm super excited to be here. On the next. Yay, so I'm going to be talking about building your brand because I've started using Agile in my life. It's going to be building your brand the Agile way. Quickly introducing myself. That's me. I'm Sha. I work as senior consultant with Capgemini Invent. So what I do, I help clients to do awesome stuff because I'm awesome. In other words, I help businesses to sort of with their digital or Agile transformation or moving to the cloud, that kind of stuff. Quickly, so this is one question I think even me and everyone in whatever point of career they are in will have in their mind. How do I thrive in my job? How do I advance my career? So after a lot of not so feeling great about myself, feeling like an imposter and everything, it happened when I moved to a job in London. Long story short, I thought I needed to have a brand so that I could sort of make people listen to me, understand who I am and stuff like that. So what did I do? So I made an extra effort to be heard. I started telling my story wisely, and I used my brand for this. So what do I need to do to build a brand? First, find it, build it, keep working on it, and don't let even a single person go away without listening to you or talking to them about your brand. Just both them. It will definitely make a lasting impact. However, building your brand is sort of a big roadmap, big journey, big project in itself. So because it's a project, let's do it the Agile way. So how do I build my brand in the Agile way is the key question here. Yeah. So first, start with being more iterative. So don't do a big bang where you go off for 4 months, work on your brand, come back and say, ta-da, this is the new Sha. People will not remember you in the first place, and it will look very fake. So, and you might end up wasting all your time where people will not like what you've done. So start with small chunks of time. Say every evening or every Friday evening, I sit down and think about what my brand is, how to build it, how am I going to tell everyone about it, what's your story. And another important thing, when you start dividing your work into these chunks or sprints, if you will, or small tasks that you invest, it will help you be more focused on it. It will help you actually understand what exactly you're trying to achieve by the task instead of having it as I have to deliver a keynote about product management. It does not mean anything to me now, or I should probably start about maybe I should join a community on LinkedIn where I could talk about product management. That will not involve much of my time to start with. Once I understand what people want, I can build over it. Yeah. The next point is be value driven. So this is mainly about we have a day job. So building a brand is your side hustle, or it's very important to advance your career, but you can't let it drain all your energy. So you have to understand which effort or which task that I do now will bring me more value. Instead of you can say, okay, I'm going to run a website. You have to host it, you have to maintain it and keep adding content to it. It'll be easier to write a LinkedIn post or blog post on WordPress or something. So your return of effort is sort of important, and always start with very small things. It will make life easier. The next point is be consistent. This is what I lacked when I started building my brand. So I did something for a couple of months, then I forgot about it and come back to it. It's like, what is my brand now? So I didn't quite remember it. By the time my likes changed, my passion changed, everything changed. So I was struggling. So then I made it a point to work on my brand, or my story, I call it, every Friday when I have that downtime, the end of the week. But you can choose your own time, but try and be consistent. The next point is network. This is the spine of my brand. So your network is not only to bore people and make them know about you, it's also they'll support you. Say you're looking for a job and you have made an impact on their mind that, oh, this person is a great product manager. They might come to you, and you support each other. So you cheer each other up, and a network is very important for a brand to work or not work. The next point is feedback. So this is around getting feedback. So don't be shy. Just walk up to a person and ask them feedback. 9 out of 10 times, they'll be happy to give a feedback, So it's very important to ask for your feedback and sort of use it. You can't quite, they gave me a negative feedback, so I'm ignoring it. So just reflect on it and think, is that true? How am I going to incorporate it in my brand and stuff like that? And be adaptive. So when I started off in my career, I was a developer so many years ago. I'm not going to tell you how many years ago. Then I wanted to become a solution architect. Then I didn't like it. I thought developers were more secluded in the waterfall world, and I wanted to talk to clients, travel a lot. So I changed and became a business analyst. Then I thought, product companies, this is so awesome. Let me get into a product company. And I pivoted so many times because I found something else interesting. I thought I could apply myself there because any skill are transferable. So try and be adaptive and see what you like doing instead of just, I've chosen this career path. I'm going to go straight through that. Don't do that. It's okay to pivot in your career. So it's your passion, your plan, it can change. No one is bothered if you change or not. The next is sort of a summary. So always remember your brand will draw people and opportunities to you. So first point, like I said, be iterative, be present. So use social media wisely. Use your LinkedIn profile. Don't say, I work as a product manager in XYZ. Say, I like doing product management. I like digital transformation, working on operating models. I'm doing all buzz terms, but don't say what your job role is. Instead say what you're passionate about on your profile. That's my point. The next one is collaboration and networking. Always build influential network and use it wisely. I have so many friends on LinkedIn, but I have to use them, yeah? So use it wisely. And next one is showcase your value. Be braggy is something I use all my life. I'm not at all humble. I'm 0% humble. I'm super braggy, and I'm happy about it. Don't forget to be braggy. It's fine to be braggy. You have to tell people who you are. You have to talk for yourself. No one is going to do that, so be braggy. And try and build a platform or community or this meetup group where you can safely talk about your achievements. And you have to support others too. You can't be like, hey, I won that, I did that, and I did this. Give them feedback, cheer them, and encourage them, That's very important. The last part is staying relevant. Something I use to sort of develop my skills, strengthen my skills, is volunteering. It's free. It gives you sort of a sense of satisfaction, and you feel like, I've done this for this whole community. You also learn a lot of things. So that's a free way to invest, get a good name, and also learn new skills. And the other thing I started doing recently, and I have a very good employer to say that, just walk up to my manager or someone and say, see, this is where I want to get in my career at this point of time. Can you please send me on this training because this is what I have in my mind? Again, 8 out of 10, they will definitely think about it or definitely send you to the training. So just don't be shy. Walk up to the person responsible and actually ask them. If they say no, it's okay. Just come back and bitch about them. The last part, like she said, spend time on reflection. So I love this slide. I'm the hero. Hero is, I think, I Googled, it could be gender neutral. So let's go with that, yeah. So last point, last story. So I visited my cousin a few months ago. I was visiting him after like 5 years. We were discussing about jobs and everything. Then he came back to me and he said, I see you're an influencer on LinkedIn. At that time, I sort of, laughed it off and I said, haha, no, whatever. Then I think now that I should have owned it. I should have said, yes, I'm an influencer. Yes, I'm doing it. Yes, I talk about women in tech. Yes, I'm a STEM ambassador. Why not? I am an influencer. So don't try and be humble, or when it makes you uncomfortable, or just think about it, reflect on it. What's wrong in being an influencer? We all are. So when someone says that to you, just tell them, yes, I'm an influencer, and just walk away.